Alright guys, how's you going? Oh look, burdocks. There's another one over there, my favorite. So yeah, grass is wet down here, so you guys will be seeing a little storm video there. It'll be its own video, of course, but that was only the first half. The other half didn't come until about 1:30ish at night. So between that rain and the rain overnight, we got up to 2.5 inches, just slightly above 2.5 inches from what my rain gauge says. I guess it's a much needed rain in a way if you think about it, because we are dry and this might keep the grass going for another couple of weeks. You know, so I don't know, but it is what it is though, I guess. But it she was lightning, and wasn't really so much thunder. I mean, there was some thunder, but it's mostly more like a damn lightning show and heavy freaking rain. Just, I don't know. She was quite a bit there. So what do? You know, like I said, not going to complain too much because we kind of needed it. It was kind of nice. So, even though we didn't need 2.5 inches like that, I mean, a nice little shower throughout the day or even overnight, it would have been perfect. Because 2.5 inches, you know, probably would have taken a good day or two, maybe even, you know, if it was a light shower. So, but whatever. It is what it is, I guess, at this point. So it's done and over with. Possibly talking more rain in a couple days or something. I don't really know. They might change it too. So things are starting to die off already. So yeah, mud on my boots already. But yeah, it kind of just is what it is, I guess. So yeah. So if you guys, well, I don't know. It depends on what, if it's in the video or not. The leak that's going on the A, it's got to be one of those stinking shims. It's got to have a dent in it or something that I'm just not seeing. I don't know. But I don't know if I'm going to order the other shims or not. If I end up doing it, well, whatever. I'm just going to keep my spares then. Because what I did for right now, just because I don't really want to really do any more repairs this year, I would rather just kind of walk away from it now for the year. I just put some JB Weld on it. I said, frick it. I was going to just use some regular caulking, but the only other caulking that I have is meant for a bathroom, you know, inside of a house, and it's not really going to hold up. I don't think, not to the cold. So it would probably just end up breaking off and then falling off, and then you're back to leaking again. So yeah, JB Weld is kind of a dumb thing to do, because, you know, if you ever have to take that thing apart, well, then you're going to have to chisel the frickin' you know, the JB Weld away. You're going to have to break it, I suppose, by chipping at it. So I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really care. You're not really going to see it anyway, because it's kind of underneath the tractor a little bit. So it's not like you're really going to see it. But I mean, it just kind of is what it is. So, but yeah, I don't know what there is for damage, you know, for trees, because we did get kind of a good wind too out of this a little bit. So I guess I'm not really seeing anything crazy, but I haven't walked the trail, obviously. That'll just be freaking pure mud, so I'm not even going to waste my time with it. But yeah, that's the only thing that I did for now. Was JB welded, but unfortunately we had, not sure what the hell happened. I don't know if this stuff didn't harden quick enough or what, but it managed to blow a little hole through it again, and it was leaking again. But it was just like a little hole, like a tiny little hole. So I had to do it again. I had to put more JB Weld on it again tonight. So, but since it's kind of a smaller hole, maybe it'll harden up a little bit quicker. I just don't know. So, kind of a stupid little thing, but I guess little stupid things like that happen. So, but I don't know if it's not going to look pretty, but it doesn't have to function. So I just don't want to deal with it anymore, at least this year anyway. I want to move on to other stuff now. So it'll just have to do for now, and we'll deal with it next winter, I guess, or whatever case may be. So river's down quite a bit too. It should kind of come back up now a little bit with all that rain we've had. I may or may not have talked about it in a previous video. I don't know. We'll talk about it in this video, just because it's always fun to go. It's always fun to go car shopping, you know, or truck shopping. In this case, lots of frogs over here. That's what they were loving last night. But yeah. So my sister had to get a new car, or not a brand new one, but a newer one, or whatever. It's a 2013. Something's biting my freaking back. But yeah, her other car got wrecked. So, but she didn't have quite enough credit to even get the car that she's got now. So she had to steal some of mine, which whatever, it's fine. Come on. So I guess with my credit and her credit mashed together, she was able to get this car. It's not a Blazer. It's not like her last car. Her last car was kind of it was like a Blazer, but it was really compact. So, but that got destroyed, and I guess she didn't have, I don't know what happened to her credit. I don't know if it's just, I'm not really sure, but they said for now she could have this car. It's a 2013, I think, 2013 or 2014. But it's only got 90,000 miles on it, so it's a very, I guess you could say, young car. My theory is that since it's so old, but yeah, it's only got 90,000 miles on it, it tells me that possibly this car was owned by some old people. And naturally, old people are not really going to drive all that much, besides grocery shopping, paying bills, and visiting friends and family whenever they feel like it. So there's that. Other than that, they don't really drive the cars much. So that's my theory to that car anyways, why it's got such low mileage, is because it was owned by old people. How many, I don't know. I think she said she would I think she would be the third owner of this car now. So telling me that the first two people were old people, and they either died or they just simply can no longer drive. health reasons or whatever, right? So she snagged it, and then they said, you know, the dealership, they said, well, just keep your payments up, and this will boost your credit. Not sure if it'll boost my credit any. I have no clue. Would be kind of nice, I guess, but I don't know. So they said that if she does this, makes her payments, doesn't skip a payment, doesn't whatever to the car, pays it off, it'll boost her credit, and then she could trade that car in for an SUV of her choosing. Something newer. I think it'll always still be used, but it'll be newer and better. So it's kind of got me kind of thinking maybe I should do the same thing. I know you guys are gonna be like, well, don't do it because that's stupid, it's a waste of money and yada yada yada. Well, there's only two reasons to why I would be doing it. One, I want a work truck. I want like a pickup truck. I found, well, there's one that's realistic that probably could happen, but who knows what the monthly payments would be on that. The other ones would just be kind of more spoiling myself, I guess you could say. And the other one, you'd be going back in time, but you'd still be paying the price for a fairly new vehicle. So I don't know, but so I took little video clips here of the vehicles that I was looking at my local Ford dealer. Not that I'm really, I wouldn't be against owning a Ford, but the ones I looked at are just basic models. They're nothing fancy or fully loaded or anything crazy like that. Remember, this is going to become a work truck, so I'm not going to give a shit about it. I'm not going to care if the bumper falls off, if I smash the grill out. I don't really care about it. So dealership probably wouldn't like to hear that, but it's just reality. It's what I want to do. I know you guys are gonna be like, I wouldn't be thinking about a truck, you should be thinking about a tractor. Well, there's 50 million fucking things to do, and I can only do one at a freaking time. So, but I'll tell you the reasons to why I want a truck, like a pickup truck. Well, obviously, I already told you, it's going to become my work truck. You guys are going to be like, well, what's wrong with the Blazer? What's wrong with the Tahoe? Well, listen. Now, I mean, yes, this Tahoe is a 2012, so it's not the newest thing out there, obviously. It's not the nicest vehicle out there, but it's perfect for my conditions. It's perfect for what I do with it. I have no complaints. It's got air conditioning, heating, seats are comfortable. It's a nice Blazer, so there's no complaining about it. Problem being, that's supposed to be my going to town rig. That's not supposed to be my work truck. So that's why I would like to get another pickup, or get a pickup, so then this would no longer have to be my work truck. I don't like getting it dirty. I mean, it's dirty now because of all the rain and shit that we've been driving through and whatever. It's just dirty. But I don't like doing it. Now, if I had Big Red up and running, then I probably would lean a little more heavier towards using Big Red. But in all reality, Big Red's probably never going to get fixed either, so why don't I just let that go? Well, I don't know. I just feel like it was my first four-wheeler, and I feel like I could still fix it up and give it some love, 1586, well, yeah, it was also my very first tractor, but it's also become a money pit, and I'm just never going to get it fixed in time. Time is, that's not even non-existent at this point, but I don't have nobody that's going to fix it. So, a 1586. The young guy doesn't sound too interested in doing it. He says that he's never even worked on a 1586 because most 1586s never had a 3-point hitch. Well, some did. I've seen my share of 1586s with a 3-point hitch. And mine just happens to be one that does have one. But unfortunately, I think in order to pull the stinking or torsion tube out, you got to pull the axle housings. I still don't think that's going to help, because looking at it now, you'd have to split that in half to just pull out even just the damn axle or the axle housings. Oh, there's fog down here. Interesting. I just don't think it's gonna matter. Unfortunately, our farm is just not designed to handle such a massive tractor, and it sucks. I mean, again, and I'm being honest with you guys, if I knew that about these 1586s, if they had that kind of an issue, I probably never would have bought it. I probably would have just kept on looking for something else. Young guy says to sell it. Go get that 1066 that's for sale. There's also a 1486 for one for sale too, not too far from here, but I don't know. It's only got the 1000 shaft in it. I don't know why. It should have both, but I guess that's how they ordered it from the factory 50,000 years ago. So I don't know. But anyways, he said just to take that money, go buy that 1066, and be done with it. He says at least with the 1066, you can still do pretty much what you want to do with it. It'd be easier to fix it. You'd be going back one generation or whatever you want to call it, but well, again, it depends on what the 1066 has. How wore out that thing is. I don't want another sloppy, I just don't want another sloppy tractor. The 1586 is fairly tight, I mean, yeah, it's got some loose things here and there. Not that big of a deal. You could fix it. Doesn't have air conditioning. Fix it. Torsion tube leaks. Fix it. But unfortunately, it's gonna have to get fixed by somebody that actually has a fucking shop that they can, put the tractor on jack stands and support everything. We don't have that. Sounds like the young guy's not too interested in wanting to get involved in that, which is fine. And it's not his problem anyway. It's just that he's the only guy I really do trust with my tractor, because I know, he knows what the fuck he's doing. So it's not going to go to Case IH, because you're talking probably $1,000 in shipping it there and back. So that's $2,000 plus the parts and labor, yada yada yada. That's just going to all add up. So, but yeah. So, anyways, for a work truck, I've been kind of looking around. I took some video, but those video clips I'm probably going to have to kind of edit fairly heavy. One, because some of those trucks still have the last owner's license plates on them, and then the other one has the dealer's thing on it, and I don't really want to blast them on YouTube, especially if they don't want it. So I got to respect even the company's privacy too, to the best that I can anyway. So there's going to be a little bit of blurring here and there when I finally get those clips put together. The truck that was cheap. I think it went back up in price, so maybe it was on sale. Maybe, I don't know. It'll probably be gone by the time I ever even think about it, but I don't know if I would even have the money for it anyway. But it'd be the cheapest one. There's a 2014, I think it was, Dodge Ram 1500. Now, I don't really, you'll see the video of it. I'll overlay it over my ugly face. It's a base model truck. It's nothing fancy. It is lifted, has aftermarket wheels and stuff on it. But that's probably like the cheapest vehicle there. There's another Ram 1500. It's about the same as that, but it's more bone stock. They want about the same price for it, so there's really no sense of, you might as well go for the lifted version. At least I'd have the round clearance. And yada yada yada. So, but the thing is, and I don't know why these dealers do this. You would think that this would be against some type of like a privacy rule or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know nothing about how these dealers work. But they actually put the last owner's last name on the sticker. And I'm like, why would you do that? And then yet you leave the freaking plates on it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why are you blasting somebody's last name? You know, it's like, maybe they don't want to be known who owned that truck last. I don't know, you know. But anyways, that Ram 1500 belonged to a guy here in town. He lives on the west side of town, and he's the guy that lives right next to Randy. Or another way you can look at it is the guy with the Black Ranger. He doesn't really drive the Black Ranger much anymore now. Now he's got one of those Polaris Razor looking things. So I don't know if he plans on selling the Ranger or what, but he owned that truck. And it is loud. It has a louder exhaust on it. It's not stock factory stuff, which I'm not going to really care too much if it's loud or not. But it does have a bed cover on it, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing. There's your moon. So it's going to get dark on me now because I got to get into the woods. It gets dark here pretty much by 8:20 now. Ridiculous. But yeah, so the Ram 1500 belonged to, well, he don't like me either, and I guess I don't really care for him all that much either. But it's a nice Ram, either way. Like I said, there was a twin to that, but it was stock. It was the same color, but it was stock. I think it was the same year too, but I don't really want it. I don't really like the stock because the bumper's blue and the grill is blue. Whereas on the lifted Ram, it's chrome. So again, that's either a factory thing or it's aftermarket. I don't really know which one is what, but I don't know what it is, you know. That's what I mean. But, and then the other truck, this one, now I would be kind of upgrading quite a bit, but they want a little bit more for it, but it still might be worth it. Now again, this one is a Ford. It's a Ford F-150. I believe oh yeah, and both trucks are short beds. They're not the long beds. Again, for being a work truck, it'll be fine. I just won't be able to put my fuel tank in there, which sucks, but whatever. I'll just keep it in the other truck, or I'll just make it mobile then, I guess. I don't really know. So, but yeah, I got the windows up before all the bugs and stuff come in here. So, but yeah, so the other one is a 2019 Ford F-150. I believe it was a 2019. And that only had, the Ram has 100,000 miles on it. I believe the F-150 had, I think, a little over 100,000 miles. Again, I don't remember. But the thing is with the 2019 Ford is they want $27,000 for it. But you'd be making monthly payments, remember now, so price really isn't, you know, all that concerning to me. I mean, monthly payment wise, it would be very concerning, but the monthly payment thing, or the full price of the vehicle, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not paying for it in full anyway. Windows are getting fogged up here or something. So, but yeah, the F-150, it's actually a kind of a nice truck. I mean, even though it's a base model, there's really nothing fancy about it. It's still a very, very nice truck. And I know who owned that truck too. Because again, they got their damn last names on the sticker. But that belonged to another guy here in town. He lived more on the east side of town. And I I think he owned that truck for a few years, and then now he sold it. But now I don't even know if they're even living in that house. That house looks a little bare, so they must have moved. Maybe they upgraded to a nicer house or something. I don't know, but the F-150 is actually kind of like, I like the blue. I love the blue. Just being honest with you, that's the one thing that Ford got right, was that blue. It's a very nice blue. The Ram blue is nice too, but the Ford blue is way better. You know, so. And then there was a shit. I'm going this way, I guess. But yeah, and then there was a. I don't know if I took video of it, so I'll have to look again. But there's a 2005 Ford Blazer. I don't know what it's really called. I can't pronounce their name, but they don't make them anymore though now. They stopped making them in 2005. So what it is it's like a Blazer, like this, but it's the long wheelbase version, and it's a diesel. It's got the 6.0 in it. So I don't know, but the problem is too is that even though that's a 2005, they still want like $27,000 for it. So I don't know if I don't know what's going on here. I think it's on the outside. I think. Yeah, it's on the outside. So I don't know, but that was my next option, was to buy that, or to get that Ford Blazer looking guy. But they wanted a lot of money for it, and I don't know why, because I think it had a lot of miles on it. It's a 2005, but considering it's a Ford, they can charge whatever the frick they want for price. You know, they don't care. So that was my other option. And then just for shits and giggles, I looked at, I don't know if I took video of it again either, I don't know, but there's also I'm definitely not going to get this one, but I guess I'd be spoiling myself if I was actually able to get my hands on it, but it's a 2018 Ford F-350, I believe it was, and it's a dually, and it's black. So like, I wouldn't be against the 2018 F-350, but they want $55,000 for it. Doesn't have that much for mileage either, but yet again, it's a Ford product, so they can charge more than like a Ram product. So I don't know. I might actually have to switch over to heat, because my front window is fogging up and I can't see out of it. Turn that off. Turn this on. Get that going. Unless this is going to help anything, but the air conditioning units don't seem to help. It's very moist, so there should be plenty of heat. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would never get the F-350, you know, the black dually, because it would be way too much. They'd probably want $300-400 a month, whereas the Ram, you know, they might only want $200 a month. You know, so, but I don't know. Mother kind of likes she likes the Ram, the 1500. Now, the only thing I don't like about all these Rams, I think it'd probably be the older generation where you'd get a lot, you know, you'd be more happier with it. But they don't have the gear lever thing like the Blazer does. It's a dial on the dash. That's the only thing that's killing these trucks. I do not care for that. If I could delete that and have a column shifter thing put in, I'd do it. Because it's a freaking joke. So, yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that's really stopping that truck. But I guess if it's going to beat my beater with a heater kind of thing, you know, or my work truck, I guess deal with it, I guess. But the things with the Fords is they still make the gear, the lever, the shift thing. So it's not a dial. So that's kind of another reason to why I would go with a Ford over the Dodge, because the Ford still has the column shifter thing. So, and Ram doesn't do that anymore. They do it on their bigger trucks. And there was that one Ram. I think it was a 24 model, 2024. That thing is sweet. It's a blacked out truck. Fucking nice.
Either, but what are you gonna do?
But a lot of money. But damn nice. But not for a truck, you know, like a work truck. I don't want anything fancy. I just don't want to use my Blazer anymore. Another reason why I would like to go through a dealership is because then maybe it would boost my credit a little bit more. So then if I ever wanted to, you know, take out some kind of a bank loan or something along those lines or whatever, they would trust me a lot more, and it would kind of, I guess, just overall boost my reputation with people, you know, because apparently you need that. So, but yeah, I think personally I would go after the blue F-150 or the blue Ram. But you guys tell me, which one would you like? I think I should have video clips of them all, but I'm going to have to heavily edit them because I got to do a lot of blurring. So, but I don't know. You guys tell me which one you would go for. I personally, either one, either the F-150 or the Ram 1500. Like I said, the only thing that's stopping that Ram 1500 is the dial shifter. It's the most dumbest thing ever. It doesn't even make a truck. It makes it more like a lady's car, you know. A truck is a fucking truck. Men like this, you know. It's what makes it feel like a truck. Even when I drive this Tahoe, even though I know it's a Tahoe, it gives me that truck feeling, you know. Of course, it's nice and tall like a truck, and it's big like a truck. It's got the freaking dial or the shifter thing. You know, of course, it's got tilt wheel and everything too, but I just don't like getting this truck or this Blazer dirty anymore, and I don't like wearing it out, and I don't like using it as a freaking work truck, but I don't really have much of a choice. So, but I don't know. You guys tell me. What would you do, or which truck would you buy if you had a choice? The F-150, F-350, that Blazer, forward-looking Blazer doohickey guy, or the Ram 1500. Personally, either one of the Fords or the Ram 1500. Even though I don't like the dial shifter gizmo, but I probably would just, you know, deal with it. And I ain't gonna care anyway, because I'm just gonna end up beating it up anyway. It's gonna get destroyed. So not that quick, but I mean it's gonna hit potholes, and I'm gonna rev it up to maximum RPMs, and I'm not gonna care about it. So it's gonna be my work truck. So, but I guess, guys, I'm gonna take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.